Hello, Miss. Good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon, everybody.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello, Fahan. Good afternoon, Manha. Good afternoon, Cynthia. I can see that you've joined us too as well. We'll have a couple
Good,
more.
af-
Good afternoon, Cynthia.
good afternoon, ma'am.
We shall wait a few more moments to see if any other students join us, and then we can make a start. It's only just gone 1:30. We'll hang on a little more. Okay, I think we'll maybe make a start and then I would just keep an eye out to see if anybody else does join us. Because what I don't
Ma'am,
want,
can I tell you something?
of course, Cynthia.
Happy birthday to you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Cynthia. That's really kind of you to say so. Really
Oh,
kind of.
today is 14th, right? So happy birthday you too. Many, many reasons of the day, Miss.
Thank you, Manha. That's really sweet of you girls. Thank you so much for remembering. And for
How
wishing.
was your day, Miss?
Thank you.
How's your day today, Miss?
My day has been lovely. It's been busy, but that's good. I've been busy, but it's going quite quick. I've had lots of nice lessons today. So yeah, and it's Friday. It's the weekend almost. Thank you, Farhan. That's really kind of you. Very, very kind. Thank you so much.
I guess today Miss grew 1 year older.
Yes, I know. I know. I try not to think about that, Manha. Yeah, when you get to my age, birthdays, I think maybe now what I can start to do is rather than counting forwards in age, maybe now I can start to count backwards. That might make me feel a little bit better. So rather than getting 1 year older, I can pretend I get 1 year younger each year. It might make me feel a little bit better. Can I ask Manha, Simtia, Farhan, how are you all? How has your week been? Manha, how has your week been?
Oh, Miss, it was amazing. I just spent my time coloring, yes. Because my exams were finished on 12th June.
Oh, on Wednesday, okay.
Uh, so I'm free now. I'm literally free now.
Oh, that's wonderful. So you've had some free time to enjoy your hobby.
Yes.
Ah, lovely. And are you working on anything in particular with your drawing and coloring, or do you just go with
Uh,
whatever?
no, Miss, I'm working on a particular painting. I mean, that is based on folk art.
Wow. And how far into the process are you, Manha?
Miss, I'm done with the drawing and I'm on the way of coloring now.
Wow, fantastic. And what in English we would ask which medium have you used? So do you know what I mean by that, Manha?
Yes, Miss.
And which medium?
I'm using I mean, what that calls felt pens and pastels.
Pastels? Yeah, cool. That's great. That's lovely, Manha. Thank you so much for sharing. And Cynthia,
Yeah.
how has your week been?
I had a good day and reading stories book all the day.
Oh, you've had a day of reading, Cynthia. That's lovely. Now, that is what I'm looking forward to after our session today. Today's my final session. I get to finish a little bit earlier today. So yeah, I'm going to enjoy some quiet time reading too. So I'm really, really looking forward to that. What book are you reading at the moment, Cynthia?
Thank you.
And Farhan, how has your week been?
Just what's your plan
Yes,
for
ma'am.
today?
Hi, Farhan, how has your week been?
Good.
Could you share something exciting about your week? Has anything interesting happened in your week this week, Farhan?
I think there is no such interesting things that happen.
I don't quite get that. Manha, did you have something else to share there?
Oh, yes, Miss. Miss, is there any plan? I mean, what's your plan for today?
So plan for the rest of the day because now we are mid-afternoon in the UK. So after this session, I'm going to enjoy some relaxed time. I'm going to have some time reading before having food this evening. And then tomorrow, I'm going for a long walk and staying over in a nice hotel. Go for a nice walk, nice hotel, bit of relaxing. Bit of relaxing. So yeah, very much looking forward to that. Although Manha, the weather forecast has predicted a lot of rain this weekend. So I'm trying not to think about that. It will be nice. It will be enjoyable, whatever the weather. Okay, now, last week, who was it that asked me that really interesting question? Did I write it down? I think, was it Omar? I think it might have been Omar last week asked me the
Yes.
question. It was, wasn't it? He said, what is one thing that you love about yourself, but you don't brag about it? So you don't show it off. You keep it to yourself. And I remember last week being really stuck. I couldn't think of anything. And even having thought about this all week, I'm really struggling to think of something that I love about myself, but I don't brag about it. That's not to say that I brag about everything that I like about myself. Maybe it's that I'm struggling to find something that I really, really like about myself. I don't know. So I thought I would be, well, I'm really interested to know what your answer would be to this question. Maybe you might give me a little bit of inspiration or kind of little pause for thought to help me with my answer because I honestly am really struggling to find something that I really like about myself that I don't that I make a point of not sharing that I keep to myself. So I'm going to leave that over to you guys. Have a minute or so to think about it. Is there something that you really like or love about yourself, but that you don't necessarily share and show off or brag about, as Omar said? Have a little think about that. Oh, hi, Imad. Welcome.
Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome, Imad. Imad, we are just looking or considering Omar's question from last week, which is on the screen in front of you. This is a question I have struggled to answer, so I'm opening it up to you guys to help me and inspire me, give me some inspiration. What is one thing you love about yourself, but you don't brag about it? You don't show it off. Okay. I'm going to go Manha. Do you have anything to share? Do you have any ideas?
Yes.
I would love to hear it.
Like, I'm good at, like, I'm kind of good at doing dance. So, yes, I just keep it in my mind, but don't share it with others.
Ah, wow. So you're good at dance. But is this maybe something that others don't know about you?
Uh, they do, but like not that much, or I don't show it that much off.
Wow. So in the UK, we might say something like that is what we call a party trick. So if you were going to a party and there were a lot of people and you wanted to um, improve the atmosphere or um, bring an element of enjoyment to the group, somebody might share their party trick. So something that they can do that's entertaining or funny. So you, Manha, have a party trick. That's brilliant. And is there any style of dancing that you enjoy?
Oh yeah, classical.
Wow, really? Oh, that's wonderful, Manha.
Thank you, Miss.
That's wonderful. Okay. Cynthia, do you have something that you really love about yourself, but you don't necessarily brag about it or share?
Yeah, I'm a very sociable person. Love to share everything with everyone, but I not proud it.
Could you say that again, Cynthia? It's not quite clear, the line.
I'm very sociable person. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now, Cynthia. Yes.
I'm very sociable person and love to share everything with everyone, but I not proud it.
Ah, so you're very sociable. Yes, you're a
Yeah,
very sociable person. But yeah, you don't brag about it, you don't show it off. You are you. Brilliant. Lovely, Cynthia. Thank you very much.
thank you.
Farhan, is there something that you love about yourself, but you maybe keep close to your chest? You don't brag about it? Emad, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, Emad. What are your thoughts on the question? What is one thing that you love about yourself but don't brag about?
Actually, ma'am, I do calisthenics, and personally, I'm good at calisthenics, and I don't share it with anyone.
So we've all got some hidden talents there, Emad, Manha. Some talents there that
Uh,
we're not boasting about and not sharing. That's lovely. And Farhan,
Miss, what about you?
oh, struggle. I don't think I have any. Um, I suppose as well. I'm a lot older than you guys, so people have had a lot longer to find things out about me than they have about you. So I'm too old that nothing's much of a secret anymore. Everybody know these things. I've been around too long for these things to still remain a secret. Do you understand my meaning, Manha?
Yes.
That's the only answer and explanation that I can think of. I do have things that I'm good at. I like drawing as well, Manha. So that's something that I can really put my mind to.
I
But
wish if I was with you, then we could do a duet painting. Like, yes.
yeah, absolutely. Yes. Yeah. So I would love to see some of your work, Manha. Absolutely would love to see some of your work. Now, last week I did suggest that that you guys bring something to share with the group. So something that's important to you or something that is of interest to you. Did anybody remember that and bring something? If we didn't, it's okay. I'm going to leave that for next week then. And I'll remind you at the end of the session. Okay, right. I have another question for us to consider this afternoon. Okay. If you could have a fictional superhero for a best friend, who would it be? And I'm going to add a little phrase on the end of that and why. So who would it be and why?
Kind of tricky question.
I'm going to give you an option actually, because I think it might make the answers a little bit more interesting. So instead of superhero, I'm going to change that and I'm going to change it to a fictional character. So that could include superhero, but I know some of you do like to read books. So if you could choose one of the fictional characters from a novel that you've read, who would it be? If you could have a best friend that was a fictional character, could be a superhero, it could be a character from a book, from a movie, for a best friend, who would it be? Again, I'm struggling to find an answer to this one.
Yes, may I? Can I give a try?
Yes, absolutely, Manha.
Um, Moana?
Oh, wow, Moana. Have you seen the movie, Manha?
Yes, yes, a lot of times.
Yeah, it's wonderful, isn't it? Okay, so why? Why would you choose Moana as your um best friend?
So the reason is, Mona is also fond of nature as well as I, and if we become friends, then we both can explore the world around us, the green lands, the blue skies. That's
Yeah,
all.
she's a good choice, Manha. Yeah, really, really good choice. And wouldn't it be wonderful to have the confidence to ride a raft, a wooden raft, and
Yeah, yeah.
sail anywhere?
Exciting.
Yeah, so exciting. Yes, and so adventurous. Brave as well. Brave. Okay. Cynthia, if you could have a fictional character for a best friend, who would it be? Oh, have we lost Cynthia? Cynthia. Okay, we'll try somebody else. We'll come back to Cynthia. Emad, are you there? Oh, Cynthia, hi, lovely.
Yeah.
Hello, lovely. If you, Cynthia, could have a best friend who was a fictional character, so it could be from a book, from a movie, who would it be?
I have not thought yet.
Okay, you go away. You can have some more time to think. It is a tricky one. It is. You have to be able to think of a character straight away and know why. Emad and Farhan, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, Emad.
I'm here.
Emad, if
Yes.
you could have a fictional character for a best friend, who would it be?
Um, I think it will be Superman.
Superman. I love it. And why would that be, Emad?
Oh, yes. Superman is very stronger than any other character in DC, and that's why I like him. And he's the most strongest character that I have ever seen in my life. And I want to be more strong as like him. So that's why I love him.
That's
And I
brilliant,
chose him.
Emad. Thank you so much for sharing. And
Thank you.
Farhan, have you had some time to think?
Yes, ma'am.
And who would your fictional character best friend be if you could have the choice?
Uh, Probably Harry Potter,
Oh, good choice. And why would that be, Farhan?
because Harry Potter is like is a he is kind of quiet and introverted, and also and I'm also that kind of person.
Fantastic, Farhan. Thank you so much for sharing. And Cynthia, have you had a little bit more time to think? It is a tricky one. Cynthia, don't worry if you can't think of anything. We can move on. And if something comes up, you can share it there and then, okay? I know sometimes if it's not in your trail of thought, some of these questions and ideas can be hard to. I struggle with it sometimes, absolutely. As you saw last week when Omar gave me that question, I really struggled. So we'll move on. Okay. So if you had the choice between oceans or mountains, now this is quite an open question. So, what I'd like you to think about if you were to kind of put your opinion across and your point of view, I would like you to think about the features of oceans and mountains. I would like you to think of the pros and cons. Have you come across that phrase before? So pros and cons. What are the positives? What are the negatives? Okay. So what are the benefits? What things can you do in the ocean that you can't do on a mountain? What things can you do on a mountain that you can't do in an ocean? Okay. I want you to think about not just the benefits, but what are the possibilities? What are the possibilities in an ocean that you won't have in a mountain? What are the possibilities that you would have in a mountain but wouldn't have in an ocean? And then the opposite of that, what are the limitations? What are the limitations of the ocean? What are the limitations on a mountain? And by mountain, I'm talking mountain, not a big hill, a mountain. Okay. What would you choose? Oceans or mountains? Okay. Anybody got their idea and opinion ready to share?
Ma'am, can I?
Absolutely, Cynthia, of course.
I like ocean most.
Okay. Why? Why did you choose oceans instead of mountains?
Because there was very nice weather and I loved the moment of swimming in the beach.
Ah, okay. So the activity of swimming is enjoyable for you. That's good,
And
Cynthia.
I saw the very colorful fishes also, and I like it most. And when I went there in uh, 8 months ago, maybe.
Okay. So you went to the ocean about 8 months ago. And from that, I understand you enjoy the wildlife, the ocean life, the sea life when you're swimming.
Can you tell again?
Of course, Cynthia. And I understand that you enjoy seeing the sea life, the creatures in the sea when you're swimming.
Can you tell it again?
Of course, Cynthia. Yes, no problem. You enjoy seeing the wildlife in the sea when you're swimming? You enjoy seeing the fish and the creatures of the sea.
I don't understand.
That's okay. That's okay. I'm talking about the fish. When you swim, you can see the fish swimming also.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and that's enjoyable, isn't it? So you enjoy well, we would call that sea life, life in the sea, life that lives in the sea. On a mountain, you wouldn't see that. You would may see other creatures, maybe birds, or animals that live in the mountain.
Yeah, but the climbing the mountain hurts leg.
Yeah. And the activity of walking up the mountain for many people would not be as enjoyable as relaxing
But
and swimming.
the nature was nice when when uh, we are seeing that uh, the trees and also birds, everything show us and like better. But I heart like that's why I don't like mountain
Don't like the
thing.
mountain. Yes. As well, I'm thinking of temperature. You're walking up a mountain and you're in a really tropical climate, hot climate. That could be very exhausting, very tiring for your body. I would think very uncomfortable too. There's a lot of benefit. It sounds a lot more appealing to be able to relax in the nice, cool ocean.
Yeah.
I can understand that absolutely. Thank you, Farhan, for your message. I can just see that there. Yes. So, Farhan, we are thinking about if we had the option, what's your preference? Would you choose oceans or would you choose mountains? And why would that be? Well, what is it about the oceans or the mountains that are positive to you? What are the benefits of the ocean or the mountain? What are the possibilities? What can you achieve? And then also, what are the limitations? So, thinking about the mountain there, like we've just discussed, Cynthia, the mountain can be, or the climb of the mountain can be very physically exhausting, as opposed to the relaxation of swimming in the sea. I wonder then, Cynthia, are there any limitations of the sea? What are the limitations? What is not possible in the sea?
Hello, ma'am. I want to say something.
Of course, Emad.
So, ma'am, it's basically 7 o'clock, and I have to pray. That's why I'm to leave this class.
Okay, no problem, Emad. Thank you for letting me know.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Emad. Okay.
Yes,
Manha,
should I?
absolutely. I would love to hear your ideas. I'm, can I take a guess, Manha, at what yours is going
Yes.
to be? Okay, so Manha, from what I know about you, I think a Moana loving lady like yourself is going to go for the ocean.
Uh, I guess you're a bit of wrong. I mean, I like mountain.
Wow, I'm surprised. I was convinced you would have gone with the ocean. Tell me more, Manha. What made you decide on the mountains?
Actually, standing on the peak of mountain, like, feels that you are on the top of the world and you are seeing the world and you are controlling the world. It makes
Yes.
feel like that.
Yeah. And
And yes, yes.
no,
You may ask. You were asking something, right?
no, of course, you go ahead, Manha.
Oh, and standing beside sea makes it feel like the sound of the waves. It's something else. I mean, it's the power of nature,
Hmm.
very soothing. And like what I feel that standing over the peak of mountains feel me better and really makes me like I'm feeling brave. And yes, I'm the bravest person on earth.
Wow.
And standing beside ocean, yes, it is very soothing and very calm, makes relax. That's all.
Wow. So, Manha, what you have done is you've related both natural beauties with
Yes,
the
yes. Both are equal to me. In my side, both of them are equal, and um I mean I do love both of them
yeah. So
because
you
they are the creations of God, and yes,
yeah. So we would say you appreciate both.
yes,
Yeah,
I do.
you can see the beauty in both. But what I can hear, Manha, is that you have related both mountains and oceans, and you are thinking about the feeling that they give you. And
Yes,
almost like you're saying, which gives me that bigger feeling, that greater positive feeling. And whilst the ocean gives you that positive feeling of relaxation, calm, soothing feeling. The mountains almost give you a much
very,
more
yeah,
forceful, positive feeling, an uplifting feeling. I can understand there, Manha. That's a really lovely thinking. Thank you for sharing that. And do you
yeah.
feel,
It's like
Manha, that if you were to stand on top of a mountain, high up in a mountain, that you said about feeling like on top of the world? Sometimes they say when if you're carrying a lot of stress or a lot of worry, that going up on a mountain makes you feel quite small. You realize how vast and big the world is when you stand upon a mountain. And
yes, yes,
it almost puts those worries in a perspective, a different perspective. It makes
yeah.
what you
This is true indeed. Yeah,
yeah, it makes you think that what you were thinking were the big things down here on earth or at ground level. Going
yes,
up on the mountain, they kind of seem very small because
yes, yes,
everything
yes,
else seems
exactly, exactly.
so much bigger. Yeah, that's really,
Exactly.
really good. That's lovely thinking, Manha. Really lovely to chat with you about that.
And one day, my wish is that if I'm alive, then my wish is that I want to be in the peak of Mount Everest. I mean, that's one of my wish.
So
Like, want to break the record again.
you want to go and break the record? Wow, that's some goal, Manha. Wow, that is a very big goal. And Farhan, hi Farhan, which would be your preference? Oceans or mountains?
I actually like oceans.
Oceans, Farhan. Tell me a little bit more. What is it that you love about the ocean?
Uh, One thing I love about the ocean is the nature,
Nature, yeah.
and I also like ocean because it. But I think it provides space for physical activities, and it also helps in stress reduction, skin health, and boosting vitamin D.
Brilliant, Farhan. Yeah, it has lots of health benefits, doesn't it, Farhan? You're absolutely right. A great justification there, Farhan. Thank you so much for sharing. Do you know what I love? I love that when I put a question to you guys, you really go away and think on such a deep scale, whether that be on an emotional level, a spiritual level, on a factual and academic level, Farhan. It's really lovely how much detail you are able to put into your answers. It's wonderful. Okay, right. Let's move on to the next question. So this is a little bit personal to you. Now, the question is, what do you love most about your home? And I've put a forward slash rather than a question mark. Let me just change that. Okay. What do you love most about your home? Now, home could be your home, your house, where you live. But everybody's idea of home is very different. So this question is very subjective. And by that, I mean, it's completely individual to you and what your perception of home is. Some people think of home as the building that they live in. Some people might think of home is wherever they and their family are. That's home. Your home might be your hometown, your village. So you might have more than one level to this answer. It could be in your house, and then you might want to extend that by sharing something about your home village, your community. So again, take a couple of moments to have a little think about it. I'd love for you to share with me something about your home, what you love most about it.
Miss, are you asking that any particular object that I love inside my home?
It could be anything. It could be something you love about your home. It could be something kind of similar to your previous answer, Manha. Is there something that you love about your home that it makes you feel? It could be, so for example, my hometown is on the coast. So I'm very close to the sea. And I love that. I can look out of my window and I can see the sea. It takes me 10 minutes drive in the car, and I can be on the seafront. I can take my dog for a walk on the seafront. I can listen to the sea. But I'm also very close to kind of forests and woodland. So I can go and walk amongst the trees and the forests and feel a little bit more protected. So yeah, I love about my home that I'm close to the sea. That's one thing I love about it.
Miss, can I share my one now?
Absolutely, Manha.
I guess my one is a bit ridiculous, but still, I love staircase. That is beside my house. I don't know why, but I'm really obsessed with staircase. Like wherever I find staircase, I'm just like, I mean, walking over there. Like I don't know why I'm obsessed with this. No answers, but yes, I do love it. Yes, this is ridiculous.
So it's not ridiculous at all. So you have a fascination with staircases.
Yes, especially spiral staircases. They're
I was just
amazing.
going to ask, is there any particular shape staircase that makes you the happiest. So spiral staircase, helix staircase.
Yes, yes.
Wow. What do you think has evoked that, Manha? What do you think has
That
created that?
kind of like adventurous to me, like adventurous going like this, and yeah, kind
Yeah,
of horror feeling.
there are thinking in the with my English head on, my English teacher head on, staircases and doors have a lot of symbolism. So they are quite symbolic.
Okay.
If you think of a door, oh, do you know what? I think this is a good topic of discussion, Manha. So I'm going to make a note of this. Doors and staircases. Particularly in English literature, doors have a lot of symbolism in terms of I'm trying to explain it. So in terms of kind of two places and movement between two places and protection. If you think of a staircase, for example, the idea of moving from one place to another, transformation. The
Yes, yes,
different thing about a staircase is not only are you moving from one place to another, but you're moving from a different elevation
yes,
to
yes,
another.
yes, yes.
So,
Yes, this is interesting. This is interesting.
mm, and that might also have a lot of spiritual symbolism as well.
Yes, hearing this for the first time. I didn't hear this before. I mean, this is, I mean, this represents something.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm going to have a little look into that because I think that's something that we could discuss as a group. Um, it's a good talking point. Absolutely. That's a really interesting one. Not something I was expecting, but it could generate a lot of conversation around that. Okay.
Yes, yes, because this is English.
Farhan, what do you love most about your home?
What I like most about my home is that I feel secure when I'm at my home, and also as all my family is there, and we have all been there for a long time. We have made memories that will keep us last time.
Oh, that's lovely, Farhan. That's really nice. And I think the first thing that you said about you sleep well in your home, what more could you ask for? That um, that suggests that you're very comfortable, very relaxed, very safe in your home, Farhan. So that's really lovely to hear. And to hear that you're surrounded by your family and you've been there for a long time. So your home holds a lot of family memories. That's wonderful. That's really lovely to hear. Cynthia, what do you love most about your home?
I like I like my house more than anything, and there is a garden in front of my house. I
Oh,
spent a lot of time there, a lot of time. Eventually, uh, there are many flowers, and I like the flowers in the rose, and I take care of it all always.
oh, that's lovely, Cynthia. So you enjoy, we would call it in the UK, in England, gardening. So you enjoy tending to the flowers, Cynthia. Ah, that's lovely.
I
Cynthia,
take care all of the yeah, yeah.
that's lovely. What is your,
I take care of flowers.
do you have a favorite
Uh,
flower?
yeah, I have favorite flower, a rose.
The rose. Wow, that is lovely. That's lovely. So my daughter, her name is, second name is Rose. So she is Beth, and then she has Rose as well.
Oh, that's very pretty name.
Yeah, that's lovely, Cynthia. That's
I
really.
always stick to the rose I like most.
And do you have a favorite color rose?
Uh, all types of flower rose I
Oh,
like.
yeah, they are very pretty, aren't they? Very pretty, very delicate. Thank you, Cynthia. And Emad, are you back with us?
I'm back.
Hi, Emad, you're back. Wonderful. Emad, what do you love most about your home?
Ma'am, actually, I love the doors of my home. These are made of glasses, and in Bangladesh we call it Thai doors. It's very exasperated for me that I love the doors. That's why I love my home.
Thank you, Emad. Just going to quickly check. Oh, we've got a few more minutes left, and then I'm going to open up to questions because I do like it when you put questions my way. Okay. Now, if you can't answer this question straight away, because this might take a lot of thinking to go right back to your earliest memory. So what we
Time
can
travel.
what we can do for this question is we can leave this as a question to take away from the session,
Okay.
and then next session you can bring that back. So I want you to think about your earliest memory, and I would like you to be able to share that with us next week on the 21st of June. I'm going to write that in.
All right.
Okay, so your earliest memory. And if you can maybe write your notes down and think about putting in some detail around that. So, who was present in your earliest memory? Where was it? How old were you? What was happening? Okay. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to write those questions down so that you have a reference of those too. So your earliest memory. So where was it? Who was there? How old were you, do you think? What happened? Yeah, so some questions for you to think of to be able to build in that detail. Okay. Now, before we finish our session today, as we did the last couple of weeks, I would like to open up the session for you to be able to take a little bit control of the questioning. So, does anybody have any questions that they would like to share, to ask the group, to ask me, that we can then share and try to answer together?
Miss, I do have two questions.
Brilliant,
They
man.
are very basic, but still. Miss, what's your favorite color?
My favorite color is orange.
Oh, and second, what type of scenery do you like?
That's a tricky one, actually. I think that all depends on what I need. Does that make sense? So I can kind of like you, Manha, I can appreciate the sea. Sometimes I need to go to the sea because I need the fresh air. I like the sound of the sea. It's very relaxing. I also, like you, really enjoy that feeling of being up high. So going for a walk on high grounds, and being up high gives you a completely different feeling, doesn't it? Very positive feeling, but very different as well. Likewise, I also enjoy kind of walking in the forest with the trees and feeling
Same.
quite enclosed. It's quite kind of mysterious
Adventure.
and,
Yeah.
and adventurous. So yeah, I can I couldn't say one for certain. I can appreciate all sceneries for very different reasons. Yeah. Thank you, Manha.
Okay, most welcome.
Does anybody else have anything to share? Any questions for the group?
Please, do you like folk arts?
Pardon, Manha, do I like
Folk arts?
folk art? Yes, absolutely. Like, yeah, I can appreciate all art to be honest with you, Manha. I find art interesting. It evokes a lot of curiosity, doesn't it? It creates lots of questions.
Then
Another
you were supposed to become an art teacher.
Yeah, maybe it's actually sharing some art in our sessions, Manha. It is a good point of discussion, isn't it? Because everybody has completely different perceptions and views and perspectives of what they see. So if you and I were looking at a painting, you could think and feel one thing. I could think and feel something different. Cynthia could look and see and feel something different, all from just one painting.
Ma'am, do you have any special moment?
Special moments. My most special moment was when my daughter was born. That's the that's the best moment ever. Yeah.
That's kind of pretty nice.
Yeah, that no moment could top that. Yes. Definitely.
To
Like,
all mothers.
yeah, it's life changing. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I've got the question in the chat here. Farhan, what is my favorite food? Oh, I love food. So my favorite food, Farhan, I love spicy food. And I love particularly the cuisine that I like the most is Asian. I love Thai food, love Thai food. I like Indian food. Um, Anything spicy. Mexican. I like food with lots of flavor and taste and spice.
I also like spicy food.
Yes, good.
On the other hand, me, I love all the junk foods existing on the earth.
You like what, Manha? Sorry.
All the junk foods existing on earth.
Junk food.
Yes.
What's your favorite, Manha? Which is your favorite?
Difficult to choose, but yes, chips, then chicken fries.
Do you like spicy food, Manha?
Yes, of course.
Yes,
As a Bangladeshi or as a Bengali, yes,
yeah, absolutely. But you love your junk food too.
of course.
Self-confessed junk food addict. Okay. Emad, do I know any other language except English? No, I don't, Emad. And actually, that's probably one thing that I wish that I had done was learned another language fluently. I know bits of other languages. So I know well, I say basic Thai. I used to live in Thailand. So when I lived there, I picked up a little bit of Thai. But I think English, because English is spoken worldwide, it's very easy, and that doesn't make it right. It's very easy for English to just accept that everybody else will learn English. However, I wish I had learned another language. Yeah, that's probably one regret is not learning another language fluently. Yeah, good question, Emad.
then Miss, I mean, do you know any languages other than English? I mean, any languages?
Only little bits, Manha. So I know a little bit of German, a little bit of French, bits of Spanish, bits of Thai, but very, very basic. Um, at one point, maybe leaving school, I would have been able to have a conversation in German, but now because I haven't used it, I haven't had the need to use it, then it's like anything, isn't it? When you don't use it, and you don't put that into practice, um, you lose it. You lose that
Yeah,
skill.
so same as our native language. I mean, Bangla. This is very tricky. This is very hard. Yeah. I mean, for other people, this is a bit hard.
Yeah, languages are um like they're so powerful.
Need
They
to
can,
practice, yeah, a lot of
yeah,
practice.
and they can take you anywhere around the world as well. Yeah, they can take you anywhere. So yeah, languages are really, really important.
Can I have a question?
Of course, Farhan.
So, what kind of places do you like to go in your vacation?
Sorry, Farhan, could you repeat that, lovely?
What kind of places do you like to go in your vacation?
What kind of business?
No, no, no. He asked that what kind of places do you love visiting in vacation?
Oh, thank you, Manha. Sorry, Farhan. It was a little bit muffled. It was the sound quality, not your question. Um,
Yes, I'm actually having a network problem.
no
Makes
problem,
me
Farhan. So, places I love to visit on vacation. Again, I love Asia. Um, I have traveled to many different places in Asia. However, there are still a lot of places I have not yet ventured to, um, which I would love to travel to. So I've traveled to Japan, Thailand, Vietnam, Malaysia as well. I think that's it. I've never been to India. I have friends who are from Pakistan, but I've never been to India. Would love to go. My brother recently, so my brother lives in Dubai, um, and he recently traveled to Goa, and it looks beautiful. It looks beautiful. So yeah, Asia has a big place in my heart because the people are beautiful, the food is beautiful, the landscape is beautiful. Yes, so Asia has a big place in my heart. There are lots of places that I haven't yet been to though, Farhan.
Did
Lots.
you ever visit to Switzerland?
Hasn't Manha?
Did you ever visit Switzerland?
Switzerland? No, I
Yes.
haven't visited Switzerland. Um, Europe is a beautiful place also, um, but many places um, I am yet to visit in Europe too.
But
Um,
I don't know, but I love Greece because I love Greece. I mean, there are many like old places, and there are many different things to discover there.
yeah, a lot of history, Manha. Greece is
Yes,
like Italy too, has a lot of history,
yes,
um,
same.
and a lot of um, kind of historical moments from Greece and in Europe changed the world. So things like democracy started in Greece, so it changed the world. So yeah, there's a lot of history and a lot to learn. Um,
Yes, a lot of things to discover. Yeah.
yeah, a lot of things to discover. Absolutely,
Do
absolutely.
you like, ma'am, do you like any sports?
Any sports?
Do you like any sports, ma'am?
Oh yeah, absolutely, Emad. I love sport. So today, I'm not sure if you're aware, Emad, is the start of the Euros. Have you heard?
Yep.
Yeah, the
Your
European Cup. Yeah. So that starts today. So very excited to be watching the football over the next couple of weeks. I do like to watch football.
Yep,
Um,
ma'am.
I like sport. I can enjoy more sports. Watching it. Don't play a lot of sports. I used to play netball. I used to play basketball. Um, Now, sport-wise, I run and I take gym class. Um, and that's about it. But I do enjoy sport, football in particularly. Football's an enjoyable, sociable sport to watch. So I will be enjoying that, Emad. Emad, let me remind myself from my notes. You're a football fan as well, aren't you?
Who is your idol?
Yep, ma'am.
Hi, Cynthia.
Who is your idol?
My idol. Um, I don't
Another complicated question, yeah.
Yeah, Manhar, I think you asked me a similar question, maybe it's last week or previously, and it was who was my biggest inspiration. And I kind of put those two together. So I think for me, Cynthia, my idol or the person that I look up to is
Miss,
my,
can I give a gaze?
yeah,
You said
absolutely,
your
Manhar.
mother, right?
Yeah, that's right. I said my grandmother. So my grandmother, my mother, I have an auntie who I'm very close to as well. So I've got a lot of people in my life who I can look up to. So maybe it's not just one. I'm very lucky, right? To have more than one that I can look up to. So yeah, that's lovely. Thank you for asking, Cynthia. Cynthia, who was your idol?
My father.
Your father. That's lovely, Cynthia. That's really lovely. Guys, you have been wonderful this afternoon. Our session has run over ever so slightly. I do apologize. We just got too busy talking and asking questions. So you're
Today is my second class with you. I'm very excited to the person of this class. Also the group.
so your question to take away from this session is what is your earliest memory? So when we come back next week, hopefully we'll have more students joining us next week, but counting on you guys to start the conversation so you can share what your earliest memory is. I'm going to go away and think of mine. I've got a bit more work to do than you have because I've got a lot more years to go back to.
I guess you have to search for that, right? I mean, the staircase we were talking about.
Yes, yeah. I've got my
That.
notes for doors and staircase, so I'm going to go away and have a little look to see what thought-provoking questions I can find, Manha, linked with symbolism of staircases.
Okay, Miss, I'm also excited to know it. Next class.
Thank you, Manha. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a lovely evening and a lovely weekend. And I will see you next week.
Thank you,
Bye
ma'am.
bye,
See
Miss.
you.
Thank
Nice to
you.
meet you.
Nice to see you all. Take care.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye.
Take care also.
Bye.